What's up, cool people? I'm Matt Conroy, and so I've been hitting you with some intro-focused top 10 videos, and I've pretty much gone through all the specific, like, instruments or aspects, of a typical band that I would want to focus on specifically. But I have some more intros that I want to talk about, just because they're a little... It's hard to pin down what instrument or any specific thing, musically actually stands out about them. There are some of these I really like the intros. I just wouldn't be able to pin it on, it's the drums, or, it's definitely the guitar that's the focus here, or any specific thing like that. It might honestly, in some cases, be a combination of different instruments and things playing into each other and combining to make a really awesome intro. Sorry for not really, doing anything that might be like piano, keyboard based, but I just don't know if I really have enough songs like that to do an individual top 10 video on those. So some of that is included in this list, though. So some of it's, a different instrument than what was mentioned in the previous videos. Some of it's like, what even is this? This is not a regular instrument that you could just pick up and play or anything like that. And certainly not what stands out. So, yeah, anyway, I don't know how else to explain this, so I should probably just get into this. But, of course, before I do that, let me tell you my usual rules of, one entry per band, and gotta be in my music collection, because I can't consider everything out there. So, anyway, with all that being said and done, let's get right into it with my top 10 other intros. Alright, at number 10, I'm going to kick this off with Citizen Soldier from Three Doors Down. And, this is one where it's like, what even is the instrument that's making these sounds? It gives a very, jungle-type feel, almost. Which, I don't know if that's necessarily supposed to be what it's going for. I know at one point, Citizen Soldier was, the backing track for some, I don't know if it was, Army Reserve or just general military, promotional material. It was trying to give the idea of, we're right here. You might not see us. We might be kind of hidden, air quote, but, we'll be right there. And I mean, that's what the song is about. But yeah, almost that jungly vibe to the intro is what set this one apart. And it really just kind of has me ooh, this is a different feel. This is a unique song, and I guess sets it up almost for that, soldier going through trekking through the jungle or something to complete their mission or whatever the case might be. Okay, so then at number 9, I have Best Kept Secret from Skillet, and I don't even, how do you describe that sound? I mean, it could just be some distortion of guitar or something, I guess, maybe, or I don't know, but whatever it is, it sounds like almost alien, which is kind of part of what the song's about, almost. It's like, this is such a foreign thing that nobody's ever talked or like talked about or seen or whatever. You know, it's a discovery of this foreign alien concept of, you know, oh, you're the best kept secret and I found you out. Those are literally some of the lyrics. I mean, it's talking about Jesus in this case, but like, you know, it's just, I'm trying to focus mostly on the intro, but the fact that it sounds so alien like that sets up the theme of the song pretty well, I guess, too. All right, up next on the list, we've got Fracture from the band Red, and I guess the only reason this one goes to my other intros instead of, like, just guitar is because of the early, like, stutter thing. I don't know how else to describe that. It's almost like what you'd expect if the CD skipped or something. But no, it's meant to sound like that. So that bit of unique, odd, interesting sound, but then going into something that's like really, really high energy. Yeah. High energy stuff. Those are, I like those. So anyway. Yeah, I'll just move right on to the next one.
What are you talking about? America's not going to be destroyed.
Never. Rome was destroyed. Greece was destroyed. Persia was destroyed. Spain was destroyed. All great countries are destroyed. Why not yours? How much longer do you think your country will last? Forever?
Okay, so at number 7, I have Survivor Guilt from Rise Against, and there's like a dialogue thing going on here. I don't know if that's supposed to be like a particular reference to something. I'm sure there's some reference there, but I have no clue to what. But yeah, just even how the last line of that just goes perfectly right into the whole like conflict, I guess, of the song, for lack of a better word. Because I mean, there's definitely, I mean, it's talking about war and, you know, survivor guilt, like what, almost that. Why, how did I survive? What did I do to deserve this when there were so many other people who have, you know, fought and died and, you know, given their lives for what even is, what was the purpose of it? And, you know, that whole dialogue at the beginning, again, kind of sets that up really well. You can't really call that a vocal introduction because it's not like a singing vocal part that it's going on there. It's just like a dialogue sort of thing. So that's why it goes on this list instead of like a vocal introduction list. But anyway, moving along. So, I know I said a lot of these were on here just because of like having a hard time placing what the particular instrument would be that's making the unique, interesting sound or whatever. But in this case, I'm pretty sure I could say pretty safely that it's like some sort of keyboard that's doing this. But in any case, when it comes to the song Time to Dance from Panic at the Disco, it almost gives me like video game vibes in a sense. Like I almost have Mega Man flashbacks. It sounds like it could be that kind of style to it, but yeah, I don't know. In general, I just really like this intro. It's upbeat, fast-paced, which kind of betrays the lyrics of the song and what's actually happening if you listen to it. Especially now that I like know the song, the intro gets me all the more excited for the rest of it. I mean, the intro is good by itself, and I was kind of sucked into the song from, again, those almost video game vibes that I got from it the first time I heard it. But then I heard the rest of the song and I was like, ooh, yes, this is awesome. So now whenever I hear the intro, it just gets me excited for the rest of it. Alright, so at number 5, I've got My December from Linkin Park, specifically the like remixed version of it from the Reanimation album of theirs, because there is a different version that I think was released as one of Linkin Park's like underground things initially, but this is, I don't know, I like the sound of this one better. For some reason, the added instrumentation just it gives it a little bit of a different feel, almost more like, I don't know, it becomes a little less depressing. Not that it's not at all depressing or sad, but it just like, I don't know, because the original one focuses so much more heavily on piano, I think, and there's a lot less going on, so you really just have like the piano and the vocals for the most part to focus on, and that leaves it feeling so much more like empty and sad, whereas this version, you know, there's a little bit more beat to it, a little bit more sound going on, so I don't want to say it's hopeful by comparison, but anyway, just stay focused on the intro, Matt. It's just the uniqueness of the sound in the intro to this really just sets it apart straight up. Nothing else I really need to say about it. I almost kind of specifically get like wintry vibes from it because it sounds like almost, I almost want to say light and fluffy for lack of a better way to put it, but like, I don't know. If you listen to it, I think you understand what I'm trying to get at, even if I'm explaining it absolutely terribly. So anyway, yeah, My December, great song, good intro. We'll leave it at that. Okay, at number 4, I have Inside the Fire from Disturbed, which really, the main reason this song makes it in here is it's the laugh. It's the evil sounding laugh going into the rest of the song. It's just like, man, I don't even know what else to say about it. There isn't much else that I think I really need to say about it. Just, you know, it's building up a little bit to that point with, you know, the other instruments, especially a couple of cymbal slams and, you know, big, probably power chords or whatever you want to call them, coming in to give the, like, hellish vibe to the song, and then you get that evil laugh that just brings it all in and smacks you in the face. Yeah. What else do I need to say? It gets me pumped up right there. Alright, so at number 3, I've got Breakdown from Breaking Benjamin. Breaking Benjamin. It's not intentional. I was not doing that on purpose. But this is one of those ones where, the piano gets in there. So it starts off with just piano, but then it gives you that big breakdown. That's not what Ben sounds like. That's not his growl. I can't imitate that growl, though, so that's... But, geez, it's short, but it is strong. It comes in just boom. So, yeah, y'all know I like those kind of moments in songs, which is probably going to make the next entry seem a little odd by comparison, but just wait for it. All right, at number 2, I have one that is actually not a rock song in here, although it's got some rock elements sprinkled in there. But I'm actually doing Game Over from NSYNC, of all things. And I think, to me, what I like about this and what sets it apart, especially as an other intro, is like they're literally using like Pac-Man sounds. Like there's nothing else that could possibly be. It's Pac-Man. Wah, 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 wah. I mean, there might be some other, like, kind of video game-ish sounds mixed in there from other sources, but, like, even I think right before they get to the verses, you hear, like, the Pac-Man death sound. It's specifically Pac-Man. I can point it out specifically as that reference, and I don't know, find that interesting, surprising, a little odd. But the song is called Game Over, so of course it would reference a video game. I don't know what it was specifically about Pac-Man that they decided to go with that, but I mean, maybe I'm assuming too much. Maybe there is some other stuff from other, like, 8-bit era video games mixed in there, but, like, it screams Pac-Man for the most part. So, yeah, anyway, you want to talk about unique sounding intros, there you have it. So, before I get to number 1, especially while I'm on the, like, pop genre vibe, I'm going to go into my honorable mentions, because the first one of those is going to be another, like, pop song. So, yeah, we'll hit those and then hop right into number 1.
How can you see into my eyes like open doors?
Okay, so, I have realized going through these videos and creating them that Avenged Sevenfold just, man, they are top tier in a lot of ways. At least in terms of rock bands and, the instrumentation and the different things that they do with it. But Nightmare, oh my gosh. First off, gives you like serious, it's like creepy, almost like horror movie kid sounding stuff, if you know what I mean. Like, how horror movies love to take nursery tropes and just like twist them to make them like scary and like in some cases demonic, and like that's the vibe from that first little bit of probably piano or keyboard or whatever. But it sounds almost like if you took one of those little toy piano things that's got the different colored keys to it and just like extended that maybe a little bit to include a wider variety of notes. I don't know, but oh man, yeah, Nightmares for sure. I mean, we're talking horror movie vibes, so of course Nightmare is fitting for that. But then after that little creepy part of it, it comes in strong with the drums and guitar and just, starts bringing the rock into it. And yeah, solid intro build up kind of thing going on, going into then the main part of the song that, yeah, it all just fits so perfectly. I don't know what else to say. I would have a hard time finding another song that I could say is of a similar quality that just fits so perfectly with the song theme while bringing in so many different elements just in the introduction before you even get to a single word being spoken. So anyway, yeah, that's all I've got for you. As always, leave comments down below with any songs that you think should be on this list. Because if they're not there, it's probably because I don't have those songs in my personal collection. So leave your thoughts down there with songs that you would put on this or other video ideas that you have for me or whatever. So yeah, as always, like and share if you enjoyed. Subscribe and click the bell to get updates when I post new stuff to YouTube. Look down in the description for more info on my other social media pages and how to find and follow those and keep up and interact and all that good stuff. So yeah, that'll do it for now. I hope you're all doing well. Hopefully, you'll tune in for whatever the next video is that I have. Might be a little while now before I do another top 10 video, but I've got at least one more kind of sort of at the ready. But still, I'll sprinkle those in from time to time. So anyway, that's it. Until next time, stay cool, people.